He was supposed to be the heir to the throne, the one who would carry the torch after Messi and Ronaldo. This is the tragic story of the downfall of Neymar, a footballing genius whose career became a cautionary tale of unfulfilled promise. To get the tragedy, you need to understand the prophecy. It all started in the port city of Santos, Brazil. A skinny kid with a mohawk and feet that moved like lightning. This was Neymar da Silva Santos Jr. From the moment he debuted for Santos at just 17, people knew that he was different. He wasn't just a player, he was an event. The flicks, the tricks, the physics-defying goals. It was like watching a video game character come to life. He was the hope of the nation, the boy destined to carry the torch after the likes of Pele, Ronaldo Nazario, Ronaldinho, Romario. In Brazil, he was already the king even before he conquered the world. He was the future, loud and bright. And it felt like we were all watching football's next greatest player. In 2013, the prophecy took its next logical step, a blockbuster move to FC Barcelona. There he wasn't just a star, he was a part of a celestial constellation. Alongside Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez, he formed the most attacking and deadliest trio Europe has ever seen, the MSN. It was poetry in motion. They didn't just win, they destroyed, they entertained, and they had a smile on their face. This was Neymar's peak. Won Champions League, 2 La Liga titles, and was by all accounts the third greatest player on the planet. He seemed to have it all. The stage was set. The ultimate successor of Lionel Messi, the Ballon d'Or winner in waiting. Greatness seemed inevitable. But even at his peak, a shadow was being cast. A long, inescapable shadow. The shadow of Lionel Messi. And Neymar, it seemed, wanted his own son. He didn't want to wait for his turn. He wanted his own show. And in the summer of 2017, he shocked the whole world. Neymar left Barcelona for Paris Saint-Germain for a record fee of 222 million euros. This was it, his chance to be the undisputed king, the centerpiece of a project built entirely around him. PSG offered him a kingdom and the mission was clear. Bring the Champions League to Paris. The move was supposed to cement his legacy. Instead, it marked the beginning of the downfall. The pressure was immense and the cracks started to show. Reports of a divided dressing room, clashes over penalty kicks, and a feeling that his star status was creating chaos plagued his first year. The Golden Kingdom started to look like a gilded cage. The single greatest antagonist in Neymar's career is not a player or a manager, but he himself. His injuries. His time at Paris was defined by a relentless cycle of devastating injuries. Since his move to PSG, he has missed over 150 games. It started with a broken metatarsal in February 2018, which ended his debut season quite early. A year later, the same injury struck back again, and then came the hamstring issues, the adductor issues, and the ankle problems. The timings were always cruel. Neymar was often on the treatment table when he was needed the most. But the most defining blow came years earlier in the 2014 World Cup. A fractured vertebra didn't just break a bone, it broke the heart of a nation. He later called it the worst moment of his career. Without their talisman, Brazil suffered a humiliating 7-1 defeat against Germany, a national trauma that still lingers. While his body was breaking down, his reputation was taking a beating. There were lavish birthday parties before important matches, earning him public rebukes. The controversies escalated to legal battles. He faced a high-stakes trial in Spain for alleged fraud and corruption tied to his 2013 Barcelona transfer. In Brazil, he was charged with tax evasion. His personal life became a public spectacle marked by a public apology for infidelity to his pregnant girlfriend in 2023, followed by their eventual breakup. In 2019, there was a rape allegation, but it was closed because there wasn't any solid evidence. His on-field behavior also drew bad attention and criticism in the 2018 World Cup, especially where he dived. It all painted a picture of a man struggling with the immense pressure of his own fame, a story of how unchecked ego can undermine even the most glorious talent. The goal of the Parisian gamble was simple: win the Champions League and win the Ballon d'Or. He achieved neither. The closest he came was in 2020 when they reached the final but lost 1-0 to Bayern Munich. The image of a weeping Neymar seemed to become his symbol for his stay at Paris. So close, yet so far. When you place his career alongside the two titans he was meant to succeed, the picture becomes painfully clear. While Messi and Ronaldo's career was defined by consistency and hunger for more glory and trophies, Neymar's career started filling with what ifs. His career was defined as a what if career. He never won the Ballon d'Or. He never won the Champions League at Paris. At the age of 31, where right now many players are still in their peak, Neymar left PSG for al-hilal, where I believe he played for only 5 games. And now he is at Santos, his home ground, and they barely survived relegation. But during his time at Al Hilal and now at Santos, one thing remains common: his injuries. He is still injured, he stays most of the time injured, and it is painful to watch. Kids who started playing football in the 2010s idolized Neymar. They did not idolize much Ronaldo or Messi, but Neymar because of his skills, his flamboyant nature, and his smile. He was he was an idol for many people who wanted to play football like him, and to watch their idol crumble in pain and see his downfall like this, it is painful. There are even doubts that whether he'll even play for Brazil in the upcoming World Cup. Messi is going to play for Argentina. Ronaldo is going to play for Portugal at the age of 39 and 41 respectively. Whereas Neymar, I believe he is still 34, is in doubts. The story of Neymar is one of the most complex and heartbreaking in modern football. Was he just unlucky with injuries, or did he play a role in his own downfall? The truth, as it often does, lies in between. He is officially Brazil's all-time leading goal scorer, a player who has won numerous titles and provided moments of pure unforgettable magic. But the promise was so much greater. He had the talent to be mentioned on the same breath as Pelé, Maradona, Messi and Ronaldo. He had the opportunity, the powers to define an era. Instead, his legacy is one of the tantalizing glimpses of a reign that never even started. He will be remembered as a king in waiting, the prince who never became the king, a story of what could have been.